Nothing good is born from lies. And greatness is not what you think. It's all art. That's just a trash can.
It's just a trash can. Yeah.
Welcome into issue number 9 of Comic-Cast Video. Jong here.
Hey, with Michael Carroll.
How you guys doing today? Today we are going to be talking. It's going to be a little different today. We're going to be going over this list that was put together of movies, 10 movies, but you can only pick 3. I think you guys have seen this. If you're all over Twitter, you're going to be seeing a bunch of the. I mean, you've already seen pick 3. Leave the rest kind of things before. But today, we have this list of movies that are going to be coming out. You get to pick 3, and the rest of them stay delayed. Easy game. If you guys want to play, put your comments below. We'll start with New Mutants, Candyman, No Time to Die, Mulan, Soul, Tenet, Black Widow, Dune, Wonder Woman 1984, and Top Gun Maverick. What is your ranking? What is your 3?
So for me, I can't. So I'm just going to go through it real quick. I feel like there's 2 for me for sure that I have to see in theaters. That's Tenet and that's Dune. I think both of those are going to be incredible in theaters and the best way to view those films. Some of the other ones, Candyman, no. I can't do horror movies. I just can't. I'm scared. I don't care what you say about me. I understand that. It's fine. Hard pass. New Mutants, I think if I just hold out long enough, they'll release it eventually on a streaming service or something. I don't really have much ties to No Time to Die. Mulan, I'm really tempted, but I have to lean. And then Soul, of course, is cool. And Top Gun Maverick, maybe. But I have to lean. My last pick has to be between Wonder Woman or Black Widow. I'm going to go Marvel. I'm going to say Black Widow.
I think Tenet and Dune, I think those 2 for sure, because of the experience that you're expecting from the 2 movies. And New Mutants, I'm just like, they're gonna, like, I'm with you. They're gonna just release this on demand if everything starts getting pushed back again. And Mulan may be getting pushed back here in a little bit because they're the biggest, they're the earliest big release that's gonna be happening since Tenet got moved to the end of July. Now, I'm a decently big James Bond fan, but I haven't seen the last couple. So if anything, I would have to watch the other one. So I would pass on No Time to Die. Candyman, it depends on the horror movie if it's done correctly, but a lot of horror movies aren't done correctly. So Candyman may not be something that I go watch in theaters. It may be something when it comes out. When I'm bored, I might just rent it and do a movie night. I don't know too much about Soul. Probably won't go watch it in theaters. Top Gun Maverick, I really don't remember the first Top Gun. It's been so long since I watched it. So not the biggest fan of Top Gun. So like you, it comes down to Black Widow and Wonder Woman 1984. My hype level on Black Widow isn't that high. I think that they should have done this a while ago, and I'm gonna go watch it in theaters probably. And so I'm basically gonna go with Wonder Woman 1984 because I just love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and Patty Jenkins is a fantastic director, and I want to see what they're gonna do with an 80s theme. Wonder Woman and Pedro Pascal is fantastic, and I want to see him as a villain. So Wonder Woman 1984 is my 4th pick, but I think though like the list could have been a little better, but I guess these are the big movies that are going to be releasing within this year, or was supposed to be released by the end of this year. which Dune got pushed back to next year. So, and all of these movies are still subject to get pushed back. If Mulan gets pushed back, then we might see another trickle effect where Tenet gets pushed back again, and then we might get Black Widow and Wonder Woman all getting pushed back, and then we might get New Mutants on video on demand. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like if you just hold out long enough, it's eventually everyone's going to be like, let's just put it out. Let's just I hate to do this to this movie again. Like I don't want to delay it yet again. But I get your pick. Like I get your pick for Wonder Woman 1984. I feel like it's going to be good. I went with my Marvel stanness, and I had to roll with Marvel. I'm curious to see what they do. I'm curious to see what they set up. I'm curious to see how they do everything in this movie. But Wonder Woman 1984 and Mulan are like right there for me for this top three.
Yeah, and I think another reason why Black Widow doesn't make my top three is because we already know what happens to her. There's no sequel.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I guess you could do a sequel in between the end of Black Widow, or I mean, if it ends where Infinity War starts, or up to that point, then obviously we're not going to get the only way you can get a sequel to Black Widow is if it's a prequel, right? So we kind of know what happens to Natasha. So I'm just kind of like, I guess it's similar to Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman's is still alive. Like you kind of know the events of what's going to happen in the future for Wonder Woman, but it's like Wonder Woman takes on Steppenwolf and they win, and there's a future for her and the Justice League, whereas Natasha sacrificed her life for the Soul Stone. So a big part of me has that feeling going into Black Widow, and I think the visual effects for Wonder Woman are gonna make me ooh and ah more than the visual effects will for Black Widow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I could see either way on the visual effects, and I could see, like, I feel like Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be something. Obviously, it's going to be something completely different and roles reversed in terms of Steve Trevor and Diana and how they fit the narrative. So their roles have been reversed for this one. So I think that's going to do some interesting things. I just can't help it. I want to see the post-credit scene of Marvel on the big screen. I want to see what they do. I didn't even think about, do they do a sequel to Black Widow? I don't know that they do. Maybe this is just a one and done. I mean, if it makes $1 billion, maybe not. Who knows? Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it makes $1 billion just because of COVID, and I don't know.
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah, and I don't know if it did to begin with. If it was in the perfect scenario where there is no COVID, but I can see if this was a perfect world, Wonder Woman could have hit that $1 billion mark. I think they could have hit it. But it's close though. I think I'm with you. I think Black Widow maybe fourth or fifth. You move it up and down depending on how you feel about Mulan. I think Black Widow's 4 for me because Mulan is a remake of a Disney animated movie. So I think Mulan gets slid down to number 5. And then every one of these movies I can see myself going to watch if we didn't have COVID. But with COVID, I'm definitely probably not going to go watch New Mutants in theaters. Same with Soul and Top Gun and Candyman and No Time to Die. So the other 5 I may go watch, but if it's going to be within the next month, I'm probably skipping out on Mulan, and Tenet might be the first one I watch. But even then, that's in a month.
Yeah. So this is why we podcast, because I'm the same with you. Like, I would totally probably see most of these movies, except for Candyman. I'm a punk. I realize that. I understand that. Don't judge. I can't help it. I jump at scary stuff. I can't help it. I'll hard pass on that. But the other ones, I'll watch. I'm down to watch them.
Yeah. So if you guys have any comments, or if you have a completely different top 3 than us, please let us know. This is a fun little thing that we've seen on Twitter all the time, and this is the latest one that's kind of popped up. And we are also on all major podcast platforms with our audio podcast. So it's at Comiccast. You can check us out on there. You can always follow us on Twitter. I'm at my name Jong.
I'm at producer Mike 975.
Yeah, and please subscribe to us.
Yeah, slap that bell right down there.
Ding, ding, ding. Until next time.
See ya.